Blaming your parents for all your problems is just a cop-out. I couldn't even begin to tell you the number of times I've heard that from clients, parents of clients, from people on social media commenting on shit. It's a cop-out to blame your parents. But here's the thing about that. Claiming that that's a cop-out is in fact itself a cop-out. Anybody who is saying, oh, blaming your parents is just a cop-out, is trying to get out of having to feel their own feelings, and that's why they don't want to blame their parents in their own counseling, or that's why they don't want to accept any sort of criticism or critique or questioning or discussion of the past of their own children. They're trying to avoid responsibility. They're trying to avoid culpability. I got a client just today who was saying, yeah, you know, Sven, I'm in a relationship where my wife is constantly making me feel like I'm not enough, I'm not enough, I'm not enough. And it's just so painful. And I said, you do recall that back in our earliest sessions, one of the messages, I did a messages exercise. It's in my book, There's a Hole in My Love Cup. And there's an exercise to identify what were some of the messages you received growing up. And one of the messages that my client had received repeatedly from his mother, either explicitly or implicitly, was, you're not enough, you're not sufficient, you're not measuring up, do more. And here he is in his 50s in a relationship where he feels like he's never enough, and his wife is pressing that button. But he doesn't want to look at the past. He didn't want to consider that this got programmed into him by his parents, whether intentionally or unintentionally isn't really the point. He loved his parents. But as we looked at origins, it's not even about blame. See, that's just it. It's just about origins. What is the origin of this message inside of you, such that when she's saying it now, it's triggering you, it's resonating with something inside of you, a message that was already there. Well, you didn't come out of the womb thinking you weren't enough. That message was implanted. And as we looked at origins, we discovered that had been pounded into him by his mother. And I said to him, I don't really care who you blame, or at the end of this process, oh, you say mom is bad or mom is good. It's not about that. It's simply, what are the origins of the messages you've been taught about yourself? So what is it for you? Have a kick-ass day.